In this video, you will hear a case study about scientific research around the massive extinction of the dinosaurs. Around 65 million years ago, there was a mass extinction that virtually wiped out the dinosaurs as well as many other species on the planet. The reason or reasons for the extinction are still under debate. Most of the case study dialogue is from the Understanding Science website, with some modifications. The goal of this video is for the listener to track the steps that occurred during this investigation on the NGSS science practice model. By following through the steps of this investigation, the listener should clearly see that science does not occur by a set, linear procedure. A similar exercise using the excellent Understanding Science model for science practice can be found on the Understanding Science website. One advantage of the science practice model is that we use the 8 science practices from the framework of K-12 science education, which has been implemented in the next generation science standards. Let's get started with this very interesting story. Asteroids and dinosaurs, unexpected twist in an unfinished story. Plate tectonics might seem like a routine topic for a 7th grade textbook, but in the 1970s, plate tectonics was cutting-edge science. The theory had only gained widespread acceptance over the previous 10 years and subsequently attracted scads of scientists looking to open up new intellectual frontiers. Walter Alvarez was one of them, but his research into plate tectonics was destined to be sidelined. An intriguing observation would eventually lead him, his collaborators, and the rest of science on an intellectual journey across geology, chemistry, paleontology, and atmospheric science, towards solving one of the great mysteries in Earth's history: what happened to the dinosaurs? This case study highlights these aspects of the nature of science. 1. Science can test hypotheses about events that happened long ago. 2. Scientific ideas are tested with multiple lines of evidence. 3. Science relies on communication within a diverse scientific community. 4. The process of science is nonlinear, unpredictable, and ongoing. And 5. Science often investigates problems that require collaboration from those in many different disciplines. From plate tectonics to paleontology. One of the key pieces of evidence supporting plate tectonic theory was the discovery that rocks on the seafloor record ancient reversals of the Earth's magnetic field. As rocks are formed where plates are moving away from one another, they record the current direction of the Earth's magnetic field, which flip-flops irregularly over very long periods of time. In these flip-flops, the polarity of the magnetic field changes, so that a compass needle might point south for 200,000 years, and then point north for the next 600,000 years. Walter Alvarez, an American geologist, and his collaborators were looking for independent verification of the timing of these magnetic flip-flops in the sedimentary rocks of the Italian Apennine Mountains. Around 65 million years ago, these sediments lay undisturbed at the bottom of the ocean, and also recorded reversals of the magnetic field as sediments filtered down and were slowly compressed over time. As Alvarez clambered up and down the Apennines collecting samples for magnetic analysis, he regularly confronted a distinct sequence of rock layers marking the 65 million year old boundary between the Cretaceous and Tertiary periods, the KT boundary. This boundary was made up of a lower layer of sedimentary rocks, rich with a wide variety of marine fossils, a centimeter thick layer of claystone devoid of all fossils, and an upper layer of sedimentary rock containing a much reduced variety of marine fossils. Why the sudden reduction in marine fossils? What had caused this apparent extinction, which seemed to occur so suddenly in the fossil record? And was it related to the simultaneous extinction of dinosaurs on land? Alvarez was curious and recognized that answering such a difficult question would garner the respect and attention of the scientific community. On your paper copy of the NGSS Science Practice Model, put a 1 next to the science practice that Dr. Alvarez was conducting during this part of his investigation.